The following is a station editorial.
This is Holland Redfield. Today we're going to shift gears from our typical editorial to discuss the issue of cruelty to animals, which is so mind-boggling and which has many negative psychological and sociological implications to our community. It is a known fact when an individual develops a pattern of abusing animals that it can lead to violent adult behavior and an insensitivity to any relationship with other individuals. When studying the psychological implications of this issue, again, it is a known fact that early signs of cruelty to animals are a blueprint to potential future antisocial behavior. Let there be no mistake, and this is very real, and it reflects some of the worst traits in human behavior. What makes this truly tragic is that an animal is so innocent and helpless and is highly vulnerable for predatory behavior on the part of human beings. Clearly, there are other forms of abuse to animals. That is acts of omission, such as not feeding an animal, caring for its health, and most importantly, the neutering of an animal. The sociological costs relating to the issue of cruelty to animals from a monetary point of view is staggering, whether it is through our criminal justice system or the costs directly related to operating our animal shelters in the Virgin Islands. There are social and economic costs to our society that are almost unbearable. We were shocked that even with existing legislation on the books, there has not been a single successful prosecution of an animal cruelty case in the Virgin Islands to date. For laws to be effective, there has to be consequences to an individual's criminal behavior, and this behavior directed towards animals in a negative way. We call on the Justice Department to take a long, hard look on this issue and move immediately to enforcing these laws. We were heartened to see that one of these cases is moving towards prosecution. Our animal welfare centers here in the territory over a period of years have had to beg for government resources to subsidize their vital mission. Clearly, the private sector has done its part. The animal welfare centers here in the territory are constantly reaching out to the private sector for assistance, and they're doing a fine job of raising private sector monies. We call on our elected leaders to recognize the importance of funding of our animal welfare centers, thereby demonstrating their sensitivity to this very real issue. Clearly, our animal welfare centers are taking a great deal of responsibility that are primarily the job of government. It is time that we as a society fess up to our responsibilities and be thankful that we have these private sector organizations that have taken on this role on the behest of the government. We wish the Animal Welfare Center the best of luck in its upcoming October 24th conference in their ongoing effort to spotlight the flaws in our criminal cruelty laws, as well as the issue of enforcement. And further, it is our hope in the upcoming 2009 budget, our senators do the right thing and put some real money behind this issue, which has all too long been swept underneath the rug.
Please email your comments to our editorial department. Our email address is editorial@viradio.com. Please include your name and other contact information.